Start right. Okay. Hmm. Okay. A very good afternoon to all the participants. I am CMA Pragya from the Text Research Department, and here with me is CMA Bhavna from the same department. So I welcome you all to our webinar on the topic GST in the hospitality industry, navigating the complexities. Our guest facilitator for the session is CMA Vishwanath Bhatt sir, who has generously agreed to share the expertise with us. He is graduate in commerce and a fellow member of the institute. He's having experience of more than 20 years in practice and is specialized in the field of indirect taxation, costing, cooperative society of audit. He started his practice of cost accountancy from 2002. He was chairman of Bangalore chapter of Cost Accountants of India during 2014 to 15. He is presently chairman of SIRC. He is president of Karnataka State Cost Accountants Associations. He is also resource person of the taxation committee of the institute. He has also contributed articles to journals on indirect taxation published by the institute. He has conducted many workshops and seminars for students and professionals. He is also representing before the appellate authority and appellate tribunals in indirect tax matters. Let us all take advantage of this opportunity to grow and learn together. Over to you, sir.
Uh, Thank you very much, Prajna Madam and Bhavana Madam. And also thank you very much to President and Vice President of the Institute and Chairman of the Indirect Taxation Committee, Ashish Thate sir, and all other Central Council members. And also thank you very much to TRD and Tax Research Department and all the members, those who have attended. And ladies and gentlemen, today we will discuss GST impact on hospitality industry. We know very well there is at the time of introduction of the GST, they are come with certain rates, and after that, depending upon the development, there is a lot of changes, and especially hospitality industry, there was a lot of confusion also. As and when required, government has clarified all this complexity by way of circulars, but even that some complexities are going on. Today, as far as possible, I will try to clarify whatever complexity are hospitality industry. Before that, as a practitioners, CMS or those who are in employment, they have to know what is the impact of the hospitality industry, what is the GST impact, and how all this development is going on. Everything we need to understand as a CMS. And the thing is, day by day, government is also observing, and even hospitality industries, they are also time to time they are liaising with the GST Council and government. And depending upon the situation, government has come with a certain amendment by way of notification, and they have clarified so many things by way of circulars, and there is an advance ruling and some high court decisions also. Today we will discuss each and everything. Before that, myself already they have introduced Vishwanath Bhatt, practicing cost accountant last 20 to 25 years. I am in indirect taxation, and also I am in cost audit last 15 years. And during the course, whenever we are in practice, lot of litigation matter will come to us. Even in hospital industry, we are handling so many litigation. What type of litigation comes in hospital industry? What type of call we have to take? All these things we will discuss today. And if you want to share some experience, you can also share with me. And also, whenever you want in chat box, if you put a queries, I will clarify as and when query received. Normally, what I will do, each and every 10-15 minutes, I will go through the chat box and whatever question you will ask immediately, I will clarify. As of now, there is no question. Now, straight away, I will go to PPT. Now, my PPT is visible. Dear members, my PPT is visible. I think chat people question and answer.
Sir, visible, but you have to full screen your PPT.
Now I am scrolling whether it will happen or not.
Yes, sir.
It
Yes,
is
sir.
happening. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Just to make it full screen.
Okay, that I will do it. 1 minute. Normal. This is okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hospitality services refer to service provided to the guest or customer in connection with lodging, foods and beverages, recreation and event hosting, and related customer care usually rendered by the rest of such as hotels, resorts, guest house, restaurants, clubs and event venues. We know very well as a CMAs, we are also visiting so many places. We are also staying in hotels, guest houses, restaurants, and we will go and have the foods in restaurants. All these things are commons. But in so many times, some people they are laying 5%, some people they are laying 18%, some people they are laying 12%. Maybe some of the people they have confused with tax rate. Maybe for restaurant services, so many hotels they are levying 5%, so many hotels they are levying 18%. People are confused with all the different type of taxes. Sometimes they will ask, sir, why, say for example, so and so hotel they are levying only 5%, why you are levying 18%? All this discussion will come into post. See, but now we need to understand what exactly why they are charging 18% for even restaurant services. All these things we will discuss today. What is restaurant services that we will discuss? Accommodation, rooms and suites, and foods and beverages, restaurants, bars in room, dining, event services like banquet hall, conferences, recreational services, spa, gym and pool, ancillary services like a laundry, valet, travel desk, etc. All these services, whenever hotels they are giving, they are supposed to charge GST. We know very well what type of GST they will charge. What is the rate of tax that we will discuss today. Accommodation services, there is a slab, okay, that we will discuss. Foods and beverages, two different types of rates today. One is 5% without input and another one is 18%. That also we will discuss when people will charge 18% and people will charge 5% depending upon the situation. Event services like Even hotels, what they are doing, they are having some conference halls. They will give it to customers and they will charge 5% or 18% depending upon the situation. Then recreational services like spa, gym and pool, if they charge some additional amount, say for example 100 or 200 rupees, for that what type of charges they will do it. And ancillary services like laundry, valet, travel desk, all these things they will charge. Okay, this is the brief idea about the accommodation services. As of now, there is no question and answers. See, the chat box is nil, no problem. I will go next. Now, we know very well, always GST, we are charging based on either HSN code or SAC code. GST classification, especially for services, it is based on HSN. The HSN code of each and every services I have mentioned here. Anyhow, it's all depending upon tax rate is depending upon the HSN code and notification. First 9963 accommodation, foods and beverages services, 996311 to 996329 hotel, guest house and campus services, and 9964 passenger transport services. Sometimes what they will do, hoteliers, they will give a transportation services to those who are staying in hotel, and 9997 other hospitality related services, spa, fitness and valet parking, all these things. Now tax rate, say 11 bar 2017, at the time of introduction of the GST, they have come with some slab. See, the rate of tax, it's all depending upon the slab, we know very well, especially for hotelier. See, 2017 to 26/7/2018. Okay, the rate of tax to hotel is based on this slab. Up to 1000 rupees exempt. Okay, 1000 to 2499 12%, and 2000 to 7499 18%, and 7500 and above 28%. See what people initially what government thought, those who are paying more than 7500, it is a luxury room and we are supposed to charge a higher rate of 28%. But during the course of that 1 year, the hoteliers, especially 3-star and 4-star and 5-star hotels, they have approached the government. 28% GST is too high nowadays, especially in metro city. Charging 7500 and above is common, and all those metro cities like Bangalore, Kolkata or Delhi and Pune and Bombay and all, more than 7500 is nothing. We are supposed to charge over and above 7500 only. That is why the tax rate 28% is too high. That is why the government has come with a revised notification. That rate I will discuss in next slide. From 27/7/8, they have slightly changed the tax rate, but higher rate as usual, they have kept it 12%. Okay, 1000 to 2500 to 2499. Even after that also they have continued. Then from 1/10/2010, 19 they have amended the tax rate. That is based on declared tariff. Say for example, what is declared tariff? That is a big discussion and there is a lot of confusion. If you declared any price in website, irrespective of what you are charging, the tax rate is applicable. Say for example, tax rate and classification based on declared tariff. It has created a lot of confusion and even some of the hoteliers, they have suffered a lot because of this declared tariff that I will discuss little bit later. But we will discuss now what is declared tariff. Declared tariff means maybe hotelier they are having a website. In that website, they used to declare for 5,000 rupees, double occupancy, 7,000 rupees, triple occupancy, single occupancy, 3,000, something like that. But at the time of occupation, maybe people will negotiate and finally they will charge depending upon the negotiation or depending upon the situation. At that time, what will happen? Then depending upon the situation, see sometime hoteliers they are charging the rate depending upon the situation also, especially in December or at the February, March and all they are charging higher rate, and off season like a rainy season and all they are charging less. But here from 1/10/2019 it is a rate of tax is depending upon the declared tariff. Okay, that what type of confusion they have created, all these things we will discuss a little bit later. But tax rate is depending upon the declared tariff, but tax will be depending upon actual amount. Okay, say for example, 5,000 rupees is comes under 12% slab. Then if I declare 5,000, if I charge higher rate, then automatically tax on the tax rate is 12%, but I have to pay tax on higher amount, even lower side also. Say for example, I will declare 8,000 rupees as a tariff, and but finally I will charge only 7,250. Then rate of tax is 18%, and whatever tax is on actual amount, whatever I am recovering from customer. Okay, but it has created lot of problems because hoteliers they will declare some price in website. Once they get in, customers get in, they will give a lot of discount. All these things are common in hotel business. Okay, just I will go through it up to now, and whatever in the chat box, good afternoon, all these things I will ignore. Good afternoon, good afternoon to everybody. As of now, there is no question, I think. Okay, yes, visible. Okay, no problem, no problem. As of now, there is no question as such. Okay, CP credit member number shipper to okay, all these things. Now see the rate of tax from 110 2019 for 7,500 above 7,500 also 18%. They have come with an 18%. Here that 28% they have removed it from 110 2019. Okay. See now it's all depending upon the declared tariff. The people are supposed to charge the tax, but whatever tax basic amount is whatever you are charging to the customer. Now summary of current GST rate after 110 2019 transaction value per room per day. Okay, even though the GST rate is based on rate of tax up to 1000 exempt 1001 to 7499 12% and 7500 above. Then see the thing is here lot of problems we are facing. Say for example, people are coming for lodging. They will eat they will eat in restaurant. Then you are charging to people say around 18% or 12% depending upon the situation. But they will go to the canteen. They will eat something. You are charging 5% or 18% depending upon the situation. That is why the earlier also rate of tax for restaurant services, if the hotel is charging more than 7,500, 18%, and rate of tax for that restaurant, if the hotel is charging less than 7,500, then automatically it is 5% depending upon the declared tariff. Maintain correct invoicing. See, this is some of the key points for practitioners and hoteliers. Maintain a correct invoicing with room tariffs and actual charges. Okay, and claim ITC cautiously, especially when offering exempted supply. This we will discuss little bit. Say for example, up to 1000 rupees exempt. We will go back up to 1000 rupees exempt and 1001 to 7499 12% and 18 over and above 7500 18%. Now say for example hotel, if they are having a 1 crore receipt, out of that maybe they are having around 20 lakh up to 1000. Then say around 30 to 40 lakh 12% rate and over and above 18%. Under that situation, you for claiming the ITC, you have to apply the proportionate formula. Exempted turnover divided by total turnover into input. You are supposed to reverse it. Say for example, if you are having 100 rupees input, you are supposed to reverse. You are supposed to reverse 20%. Okay, because you are having a 20% exempted turnover. But if you are having a lower rate of 12%, absolutely no problem. Irrespective of any rate of tax, input is allowed. Say for example, you are having out of 1 crore, 50 lakh relating to 12% and 50 lakh is relating to 18%. Then whole input is allowed, even though you are charging lower rate of 12% depending upon the slab. What I am telling to you is rate of tax. If the rate of tax varies depending upon the slab, no need to reverse the input tax credit. But if you are having a exempted turnover, proportionately you are supposed to reverse the input tax credit. That is what I am advising to you. Proportionate formula is applicable only to the exempted turnover. Now, ensure classification is correct. Composites and mixers supply. Say for example, what will happen? You are staying in a hotel, they are giving some price, say for example 7,500 or 7,000. Along with that, you are using a spa, you are using restaurant, and some other laundry, all these things you are using. Whether it is composites or mixed supply, that you need to analyze to conclude your tax rate. Okay, hotelier will decide depending upon the situation. If it is a composite supply, the rate of tax is applicable to whatever room charges. If it is a mixed supply, you know very well highest rate. There also depending upon if it is an independent supply, automatically applicable rate, and monitor 10 lakh and 10 lakh, 20 lakh registration limit. Circular number 27 to the GST dated 4/1 clarified that concept, declared tariff. Clarified that GST rate would be determined on the declared rate, but tax payable on transaction value. This one I have explained little bit, but once again I will discuss. The rate of tax, whether it is a exempt or 12% or 18%, it's all depending upon the declared tariff. But what you are paying tax, it's all depending upon the transaction value you are supposed to discharge it. Okay, and circular number, this circular number 27. Okay, dated January 2018. It will clarify the declared tariff and transaction value, how to treat all these things. They have explained in circular number 27/1 2018. Then circular number 121 2019 1110 dated 11/10/2019 grant a liquor by a state government against the payment consideration in the form of license fee, application fee, etc. All these things, for all these things, GST is applicable. And explain the declared tariff concept removed and taxable on actual charges. Service such as room upgrades and additional amenities charged separately to be set at applicable rate. Now, as of now, there is no question as such. Okay. Then some of the advanced ruling they have clarified. We know very well what is hospitality services. Everybody know all the hotels we are treating as a hospitality services. There is a standard slab also, but there is a homestay. Whether same tax slab is applicable or not, that is a big question. Say for example, Advanced Ruling Authority decision, Tiger Vasudeva Ambrish, Karnataka Advanced Ruling Authority say that homestay to Airbnb where the rent exceed 1,000 rupees per day are not exempt and taxable under GST if the aggregate turnover exceed the threshold limit. That is what Karnataka Advanced Ruling Authority says. Then another Advanced Ruling Authority of Uttar Pradesh, okay, in Jubeda Katun, if rent is below 1,000 per, even for service apartment or guest house, it is an exempt. That is what they have given a advanced ruling. Say for example, especially in homestay and all, whether 1,000 less than 1,000 per day exempt or not, it is a big question. Earlier there was a lot of litigation. They have clarified, but the here problem is where rent exceed 1,000 per day, automatically it is taxable. Karnataka advance ruling. But in Uttar Pradesh advance ruling, if it is below 1,000, automatically it is exempt. That is what they have said. They have clarified whatever applicable slab relating to hotelier, same thing is applicable here also. That is what they have clarified it. High Court decisions. Sir, the restaurants also offered see Vaidyanathan sir, 10,127 membership number. What he is selling for restaurant service offered outside the specified price, a reduced GST rate of 5% will be applicable. Effective from 1st April 2021, hotel classified as a specified begin implementing 18% goods and services on meals served by their in-house restaurant. Can they charge 18% tax on foods to avail the ITC? Sir, see, there is a concept called from 1/4/2025. There is a declared premises. Wherever you want to go for 18% tax, 18% tax with the input tax credit, where your charges exceeding 7,500, you have to declare. Then for that premises, you can charge 18% and you are eligible to take input tax credit also. At the end, I will discuss it in details. I am having 2 slides on this from 1/4/2025. Somewhere in January, they have issued the notification saying that it is with effect from 1/4/2025. Before 31/3/2025 in annexure 4 and 5, you have to declare that. Okay, that we will discuss little bit later. Even then, I am clarifying for restaurant service of specific. Say, for example, if the hotel is having 10 units, out of 10 units, 5 units, they are charging more than 7,500. Another 5 units, they are charging less than 7,500. Totally, you are having a 10 premises. Then what you can do is, earlier there was a lot of litigation. We will discuss Sandesh Hotel case also, Karnataka advance ruling, interesting case. What they have to earlier, all these department people used to issue a notice saying that already your lodging services you are charging 18%. Because of that reason, on whole restaurant services you are supposed to charge 18%. That is what they have issued the notice. I have attended so many cases there. Central authority, they are having a opinion. If you are having that type of turnover in a particular month, please discharge 18% only in that month, that to that premises. That is what they have agreed. Some of the state authorities, whenever you are having a 18% turnover, straight away they have concluded all the 5% turnover relating to 18 restaurant services, they have charged the higher rate. But according to my opinion, if you are having a 10 premises, Vaidyanathan sir, if you want to debate, you can debate, not a problem. If you want to debate, you can debate. I will clarify. See, the thing is, if you are having a 10 premises, if the 5 premises, if you are having more than 7,500, for that, your tax rate on restaurant services is 18%. For all other premises, it is only 5%. But there was a lot of litigation. There was a lot of confusion. Department official used to interpret once you are having a 18% on lodging, whole of your turnover relating to that registration taxable at a higher rate. That is what they used to argue. Now from 1/4/2025, they have clearly said you have to declare premises in your registration number. Say, for example, if you are having a 10 premises, 5 premises taxable at 18% and 5 premises taxable at lower rate of 5%. If you do that, then automatically you are eligible. Please clarify GST on tariff including pre-breakfast. Okay. No problem. Velu Murugan sir, CK Velu Murugan sir. Always it is a composite supply. If you are having a breakfast free, Then whatever they are charging, room rent 6,500 or 7,500 or 10,000, even breakfast also taxable at that rate. Say if you are in a 12% charge slab, then restaurant services is taxable at 12%. If you are having a 18%, if you are in 18% slab, restaurant charges is chargeable at 18%. If you are exempted slab up to 1,000, then absolutely no problem. Whatever pre-breakfast also not taxable. Okay. Now next we will go to this one. Then Uttarakhand High Court decisions. We will discuss one or two High Court decisions. Then once again I will go back. Uttarakhand High Court in Sayaji Hotels Limited Union of India, GST on cancellation charges. What we will do normally, say you will book the room well in advance because you know very well, depending upon the situation or season, the hotel rate will go up well in advance, maybe 2 and well in advance you will book the hotel. Then after 1 or 2 months or after 1.5 months, you will change your idea, you will not travel. Then what they will do, you will cancel the room. They will retain cancellation charges of 500 or 1,000 rupees, depending upon their rules and regulation. At that time, whether that is taxable or not, that was the big question. See, the hoteliers, they used to argue, I have not provided any services, then this transaction is not taxable, whatever retention money. But even under service tax law, we know very well, if you do any service or not to do service, if you refrain from any services, if you are having a consideration, then automatically it is taxable. Even in second schedule, retention cancellation of hotel bookings or consideration for tolerating an act under second schedule taxable under GST. Even earlier under service tax law also same thing was there. That is why now under GST scenario also GST on cancellation charges is applicable. There is an GST. The applicable rate of tax is depending upon what type of slab you are in. Say for example, if you are in exempted, absolutely no problem. If you are in 10% bracket on cancellation charges, rate of tax is applicable at 12%, and if you are in 18% taxable. Here also there is a litigation between the assessee and department. If the cancellation charges relating to exempted supply like below 1,000, according to my opinion, it is not taxable because even though there is a consideration that original supply itself is exempt, hence even cancellation charges also exempt from tax. That is what my argument or my opinion. Definitely no problem, you can claim that exemption. Madras High Court, Oceanic Hotels Private Limited and GST Assistant Commissioner GST, writ petition number 1433-2023, writ petition, dispute classification of bundled hotel accommodation and banquet services, held that it is a composite supply case to case basis depending upon the which one is primary supply. Okay, on that situation, whether it is taxable or not, or taxable at what rate, that you are supposed to decide. Then regarding long-term leasing, more than 30 days, may qualify as a residential dwelling if used for residence. Okay, say for example, if it is a long-term lease, then automatically if it is used for residential, it is exempt from tax. It is clearly mentioned in 12/2017. 12/2017 is notification relating to all exempted tax or rate of tax is exempt. Banquet halls with a food, composite supply, primary element hall or a food determine the GST rate. If the food is principal, rate may be 5%. With no ITC, if the space is principal, rate may be 18%. It's all depending upon the situation. I will give you one or two very good examples. Whenever you book a hall, they will charge per day 5 lakh or 3 lakh. What they will do? Sir, for this I will give you free food for 50 members. Then primary supply is hall and it is taxable at 18%. Sometimes what they will do, if you book the hall at the rate, say for example 500 members, you will book a hall and they will tell, sir, if you book a, I will charge 1650 per head. Okay, if you give a commitment of 300 members and I will give you this hall as a free, then automatically you are liable to pay only 5% because hall is free, because your restaurant service is a main supply. Now, I will go some more questions. Okay. Please clarify the GST on tariff, including a pre-bake. Velumurugan, sir, I have clarified whether. Hi, please clarify the GST including breakfast. I have clarified, sir. Velumurugan, what is the GST rate on an open beachside restaurant? Sir, Velumurugan, sir, GST rate on open beachside restaurant, if it is not attached to the any premises, then restaurant service is 5% without GST. Request to include me as a CPU. Okay, that institute will take care. And Ankit Jain. Okay, membership number. Okay. Sir, declared tariff rule removed. Is the GST rate based on actual rate? Definitely, sir. Now declared service rule is removed. Okay, now based on actual tariff, your tax rate they will determine. On banquet halls with food in a hotel at liberty to decide which one is principal supply. That is what, sir. See, for example, if the restaurant service is the main supply, hall is free, then 5%. Otherwise, it is 18%. Clarify or let the space of BTQ shop. Let up space for Velumurugan, sir. What is this? Clarify on let up space for beauty key shop. Then automatically, sir, even shop rent that is taxable at 18%. Then long-term leasing that we have discussed, if it is a residential, then automatically it is not taxable. Banquet halls with a food, composite supply, it's all depending upon the primary supply and principal supply and supporting supply. Now, this is a summary. GST on restaurant services standalone with the lodging from 1/7/2000 effective date 1st July. Introduction of GST rate structure on restaurant services. Say from 1/7/2017 to 14/11/2017. Earlier, people, those who have experienced it, they know very well. AC and non-AC concept. Okay. But lot of hoteliers, they used to cheat the government saying that even though they have put AC, I have not put AC. That is what they used to cheat. That is why they have removed it from 1/7/2017 to 14/11/2017. AC and non-AC, non-AC 12%, AC is a 18%. Okay, then input tax was allowed, and at that time there was a composition also. From 15/11/2017, the standalone restaurant AC or non-AC 5% input is not allowed. Restaurant in hotels with a room tariff 7,500 or less than 7,500, 5% input is not allowed. Restaurant in hotels with a room tariff greater than equal to 7,500, 18% and input is allowed. Outdoor catering non-hotel premises 5% and input is not allowed. Outdoor catering with a ITC specific condition in corporate and in those who are charging 7,000, that type of hotels, then automatically 18% input is allowed. Okay, once again, please go through it carefully. Okay, now all assessment has started. Maybe at that time, whatever tax you have charged, you have forgotten everything. But while attending to the department, you have to know all these things. 1/7/2017 to 14/11/2017. All AC and non-AC, 12% non-AC, 18% AC and non-AC, and input is allowed. And 15/11/2017, standalone restaurant, AC or non-AC, okay, 5%, and restaurant greater than 7.18%, outdoor catering 5%, and outdoor catering 18%. You know very well, especially in industry, they are having a industrial canteen. Okay, earlier there was a lot of litigation. Then people used to charge only 5% without input tax credit, because see, they are supposed to charge 18% with input tax also. There was an option, but even then, due to some litigation, now all the people they are charging 5% without input tax credit. Initial notification 11/2017. Services by fall under heading 9963 amendment. Council notification 14/11 and reduced standalone 5%. Just this is the summary. Clarification for hotel-based restaurant. Notification 13/2018. Rate dated 26/7/2019. Differentiate the tax return for restaurant services provided within the hotel based on room tariff threshold is 7,500. Then important circulars. Circular number 28. Clarify that restaurant services is not eligible for composition scheme if it's part of another business entity not eligible for composition. Say for example, I'm having a construction business, I'm having a steel trading. Along with that, I'm a proprietor, I'm having some restaurant. Okay, now the question is whether I can apply a composition or not. That is the question. Government has clarified in notification in circular 28/2018 dated 8/1/2018, clearly saying that the composition, if you are having only hotelier business, then only composition allowed. Otherwise, if you are having a several business only for restaurant services, composition is not allowed. That is what they have clarified. Even earlier, before introduction of the GST under VAT, earlier before VAT also under state tax, sale tax also, composition. If you are having a single business, then only it was allowed. Otherwise, it is not allowed. Okay. Now under GST scenario also same thing they have clarified. Circular number 164 dated 6/10/2021 clarified the taxability of services provided by the restaurant via e-commerce operator to be taxed at the hands of EC. Electronic commerce operator, e-commerce operator. Okay, with effect from 1/1/2022. Now, e-commerce operator, especially e-commerce operator, this is an amendment. The liability will be discharged by the e-commerce operator. Hoteliers has to declare their turnover in GSTR 10, GSTR 1 as an exempted turnover. Now, some more queries we will discuss. Selling through Swiggy and Zomato. Now, Chetan Gandhi, we will discuss now. We are in that slide only. Where to report GSTR 1, Chetan Gandhi, that also we will discuss. HSN of Swiggy and Zomato reported in 1812 and GSTR 1. Okay, somebody has clarified. And if a vendor prepare a part food outside the office building in his own time and part food prepared in the office building, what is the rate will have food served when employee and guest visiting in the office? Absolutely no problem. Okay, see the where he will prepare, that is not the credit area. Okay, now all catering services taxable at 5% without input credit. Because of that reason, but if you want to take a input tax credit, then you are 18%. Okay, now taxability of services provided by the restaurant services or e-commerce operator like Swiggy and Zomato, or so many nowadays, so many other e-commerce operators are there. If you are sitting in a house, you can choose your good hotels, whatever, depending upon your choices, depending upon your interest, and they will bring a food to you. But the taxability now shifted from restaurant to e-commerce operator. On behalf of you, Swiggy or Zomato, they will discharge the tax liability. In your GSTR1, you have to declare that turnover as an exempted turnover. Okay, there is a specified column. There you have to declare as a exempted turnover. And Swiggy or Zomato, they will discharge the tax liability. Now, some more advanced ruling we will discuss. This is a Rajasthan advanced ruling. Kundamastan Bandar. Advanced ruling of Rajasthan. Restaurant service provider in a hotel charging room rent less than 7.5%. 5% GST applicable without ITC. Okay. If there, see, at that time there was a litigation. Because of that reason, they have gone to this one advanced ruling, because whether if we charge 18%, you are eligible to take input tax credit. If you charge 5%, automatically input tax is not available. Then they clearly said, because you are below 7,500, you have to charge 5% and you are not eligible to take the input tax credit. And Lila Palace of Bangalore, AR of Karnataka, restaurant in hotel where the room tariff is more than 7,500, 18% GST with an ITC. Okay, Lila Palace is a very big 5-star hotel. They have gone for advanced ruling. Then the advanced ruling of Karnataka, they said 18% you are supposed to discharge it. Okay, if the Lila Palace is having some other restaurant outside the premises, then situation will be different. But Lila Palace Bangalore, they are having only one restaurant, that too in that premises. Because of that reason, they are supposed to discharge 18%, but automatically they can take the input tax credit. AR Concept Hospitality Limited, AR Maharashtra, clarified food supply in a room. Room service is also restaurant certificate, not composite supply with a lodging. See, this is a little bit different advanced ruling. Food supply in room service is also restaurant, not composite supply with a lodging. Say for example, if you are having a 7,000 rupees room rent, out of that 1,000 rupees is a restaurant service and 6,000 is a room charges. Then in this advanced ruling, it is little bit contradictory. Even then, food supply is applicable at the rate of 5%, and lodging services, depending upon the slab, it is rate of tax is applicable, either 12% or 18%. Now, treatment when combined with the lodging less than 7,500, 5% input is not allowed. More than 7,500, 18% input is allowed. Okay, e-commerce operator like Zomato, Swiggy are required to collect and pay GST 5% on restaurant services supplied to their platform. Notification 17/2021. Once again, this is the summary. Okay, standalone room tariff and GST rate is 5%. Standalone restaurant, if there is no room, 5%, ITC not applicable and not eligible. Restaurant hotel less than 7,500. GST rate is 5%. ITC not allowed. Restaurant in hotel 7,500 greater than 7,500, then 18% ITC is allowed. Outdoor catering 5% or 18% depending upon the situation. If the outwards, if the outdoor catering is in that premises, while you are or whatever you are charging more than 7,500, 18%, otherwise it is 5%. But input is depending upon the situation. If you charge 18%, input is allowed. If you charge 5%, input is not allowed. Vaidyanathan, different rates for services leads to dispute with the GST authorities for availing ITC and may even cause huge liability for the service provider. Sir, that is what I have clarified. Vaidyanathan sir, Vaidyanath sir, see the thing is, ITC, it is not depending upon the rate of tax. If the turnover is taxable, with we if the turnover is taxable, automatically you are eligible to take the input tax credit. But if you are having a exempted turnover, then proportionately you have to reverse it. Vaidyanath sir, different rates for same services leads to dispute with GST authorities for availing ITC and may even cause huge liability for the service provided. I am not getting this point. If you reproduce it, I will clarify which table, sir. That is what somebody is asking. That we will decide later. Okay. Now, what is declared tariff? See, already we have discussed little bit, but even then we will discuss. As per GST clarification, declared tariff differ to be the published charges for all categories of room. Say, for example, you are having a 5 to 6 varieties of room. Maybe single occupation, double occupation, luxury room, suites, all it's all depending upon the situation. You are having a 5 to 6 varieties or 10 varieties of room, which may include discount but exclude any GST applicable. Say, for example, if you are having a 6 varieties of room, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 8,000, something like that. Then at the time of finalizing the rate, maybe you will give a discount, but rate of tax is declaring upon declared tariff. Okay, discount they will not consider for rate of tax, but taxable amount is transaction value, no doubt at all. First to, but GST is while concluding the rate of tax over and above whatever you are charging GST, that they will not consider as a that slab. Say for example, 7,400 plus GST, it comes more than 7,500. But your declared tariff is 7,400 only, not 7,400 plus GST. And it's not the actual charge rate, but the maximum published rate for any room as declared by the hotel on their website, brochures, third-party sites, etc. See, whenever you go to hotel, they will give a brochure. They will publish in a website. All these things are common. It is not actual charge, maximum published rate. Even if a room rented at a discount, say around 6,500, if the declared tariff is 7,500 or more, then 18% GST apply on rental within that hotel. But tax on 6,500, but rate of tax is 18%. Sir, declared tariff rate rule is removed is the GST raised on actual rate. Correct, 100%, sir. Now, when a room rent is collected with a breakfast free, okay, 7,500 is the break. Okay. Now, sir, when the room rent is collected with a breakfast free, here there is a breakfast is not separately charged. The restaurant in the same hotel supply lunch and dinner charges 5% GST. Here can hotel take a input? Okay, maybe that question they have deleted. Okay, and now somebody has asked, along with the restaurant, if it is more than 7,500, you are not having any power to bifurcate it. Whatever 7,500 is also taxable. Advance ruling Sandesh Hotel, Mysore, Karnataka advance ruling that we will discuss because it will give a clear picture about how. Say, for example, Sandesh Hotel, they are having a 2 units. One is main lodging and as well as restaurant. Another one is in a city, they are having another retail outlet. But in main lodging, they are charging more than 7,500 as well as they are having a restaurant services. And in the heart of the city, somewhere in the heart of the city, they are having another outlet. They are having only restaurant. Then automatically, Karnataka Advanced Ruling Authority said, wherever you are charging more than 7,500, there you are supposed to charge 18% on restaurant services. Where you are having only outlet, there you are not having any lodging facility. There you can charge 5%. That is what Advanced Ruling Authority said. Advanced ruling number Karnataka, whatever. The applicant having 2 premises. The applicant runs a hotel in room with a declared tariff of 8,000 and above 1 premises. The provider restaurant services to customer who are not hotel guests, walk-in dinners. On the whether GST rate 5% or 18%. They are having a 2 outlet. One outlet that declared tariff is 8,000. Okay. Then automatically in that premises, they are supposed to charge 18% even on restaurant services, and rate of tax is 18% and input is eligible. Other restaurant, it is outside these premises, they are supposed to charge only 5% and input is not allowed. See, some with this question mark I am unable to understand. Okay, let it be, not a problem. Now the entire hotel premises are covered under threshold rule based on the highest declared tariff. Since some rooms are declared tariff is more than 7, the restaurant even walk-in customer 18% GST. It does not matter whether restaurant customer staying in the hotel or not. Out of 2 premises, one is taxable, another standalone is not taxable. Significance reinforce that tariff is the benchmark, not the customer details. Hotels must assess the declared tariff of any room, not necessarily the one used, to apply the correct GST rate for restaurant services. Summary is like this. They are having a 2 premises. In one premises, they are having a lodging as well as a restaurant. There, those who are come to lodge, they will also eat, and outside customer will also come and eat. That is one part. Another outlet, there is no lodging facilities, only restaurant service is there. In first outlet, wherever they are having a lodging services, then automatically rate of tax is for restaurant services is 18%, irrespective of whether the customer comes from outside or those who are staying in that lodging or a hotel. But in another outlet, all the customer rate of tax is only 5%. But input only lodging, wherever you are charging 18%, input is eligible. Wherever you are charging 5%, their input is not eligible. Then automatically you have to maintain a separate books of accounts for both the hotels. I will take 2 minutes break. Dear members, I will take 2 minutes break. See, this is once again summary of all the notification and circular relating to hotelier business. Selling through Swiggy is reported in which table? See, key notification 11 bar 2000 initial rate notification. Then 46 bar 2 introduced 5% GST on restaurant without ITC, and 13 bar 2018 clarified applicable based on room tariff. Then Q circulars, composition and restaurant services, restaurants via composition restaurant services and via e-commerce operator, and clarified declared tariff concept in hotel accommodation. All these things we have discussed in details. Once again, summary. Okay, walk-in and the practical scenarios, hotel room 7,500 and 5% and 18% walk-in or guest. If it is less than per, restaurant rate is 5% and customer type walk-in or guest, whatever it may be, ITC not allowed. More than 7,500, 18%. Even walk-in or guest input is allowed. Standalone 5%. ITC is not allowed. Customer type is any. This is the small conclusion. Then GST on restaurants depends upon not on the customer but on the premises in which it operates and declared room tariff. Sandesh Hotel AR confirmed that even walk-in customer in a hotel with a rooms greater than 7,000 are subject to 18% GST. The declared tariff is a critical benchmark and must be tracked by the hotels for GST compliance. From 1/4/2025 that we will discuss. And if there is a question, if you want to ask any question, please ask, then we will close it.
So there are a couple of questions in published option. There's an option published, name published. So if you
Madam,
haven't gone through with
see
this,
whatever question and answer, I have clarified everything. Other than that, anything is there?
okay. No,
Madam,
I was just letting you know, sir. There are few questions in published option. So if you haven't gone through with that, you can. Otherwise,
no,
if you have already completed
no.
it, then it's
See,
okay, sir.
here one tab is there, no question and answer.
Yes, yes.
There I have clarified each and everything.
Okay,
Other than that, if anything is there, I don't know.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem. Just go through it. Please make a list. But question and answer you are seeing, no? In question and answer, I have clarified each and everything.
Okay, sir. Okay then. Okay, sir.
Sir, the spa and wellness services, including few Ayurvedic therapies offered within the hotel resort, will attract the rate. And what is the eligible input tax? Definitely, rate of tax is 18%, and you are eligible to Shankar sir. The spa and wellness services, including few Ayurvedic therapies offered within the hotel resort, will attract 18% tax, but you are eligible to take the input tax credit. Definitely, it is possible. Then, sir, the spa and wellness, including few Ayurvedic, same question is repeated. Okay, already I have clarified. If you are having any doubt, once again you can ask the question. Now, from 1/4/2025. Notification number 5/2025 dated 16/1/2025 introduced the following key changes. Definition of a specified premises and removal of concept declared tariff and filing of opt-in declaration annexer. Okay, 7 and 8 for the notification number 11/2000 dated 31/3/2025. See, specifies premises for a financial year means a premise from where the supplier has provided in the preceding financial hotel accommodation services having value of supply or a unit accommodation above 7,500 rupees per unit per day or equivalent. Say, for example, before 31/3/2025. If you are having any premises, if you have charged more than 7,500, then automatically you are supposed to declared as a that is as a you are supposed to charge 18% on restaurant services. If you are having a varieties or 4 to 5 units, if you declare that premises on that, you are supposed to charge higher rate and you are eligible to take input tax credit. Remaining units, you can charge only 5% on restaurant services. A premises which a registered person hotel accommodation service filed a declaration on or after 1st January or later than 31st March preceding financial year, declaring states remain to be specified premises. A premises for which person applying for registration filed a declaration within 15 days of from obtaining the acknowledgement registration application, declaring the states specified premises. In a simple words, if in preceding financial year, supplier has provided accommodation services above 7,500 units per day, then next year it will be automatically becomes a specified premises. Hotel did not meet requirements of 7,500 per day per unit, but the supplier want to treat as a premises as specified, then supplier is required to be file a declaration on or after 1st January, but later than 30 preceding by next year, these premises will be treated as a specified premises. Then for a new registration, if a person apply for new registration and want hotel premises to be treated as a specified premises, then they do so, filing declaration within 15 days of receiving acknowledgement of their registration application. As a whole, if you are having a more than 7,500, you have to declare that premises as a declared premises. Then automatically, whatever rate of tax is, you are supposed to charge 18% and you are eligible to take the input tax credit. Taxation of PG. Then PG accommodation, hostels and similar establishment providing a housing to the students, working professional and other classified under services account code 996TT, which pertain accommodation, foods and beverages services. Effective from July 15, 2000, notification number 12/2000 as amended by the notification 4/24, GST applied based on the specific criteria. 12% GST applied to services that charge more than about 20,000 per person per month. Provide a short-term accommodation less than 90 days. Long-term 90 days, 20,000 charges lesser than per month per person are exempt. Additional services such as a meals, internet and cleaning charges considered as a composite supply and combined with a cost exceed 20,000. Say for example, 12% GST is applicable if the over and above 20,000 per person per month, maximum 90 days. If less than 90 days, charges less than 20,000, it is exempt. Additional services like internet, all these things, they have to add for 20,000 for that PG. Okay, this is the taxability of the PG. Summary of the taxability of the PG. Stay for 90 days, 12%. Applicable less than to applicable accommodation regardless monthly charges, and stay more than 90 days applies long-term stay residential use exempt, and stay greater than 90 days and greater than 20,000 includes bundled services like a food, internet and other amenities combined with if it is exceed 20,000, 12%. Student specific residential exempt, applicable service category as residential dwelling. Okay. And mixed use for commercial accommodation with a mixed residential and non-residential purpose attract GST irrespective of a duration. This is the summary of PG hostels. Say because see, normally there is a lot of confusion whether same rate whatever applicable to the hotels is applicable or not. By way of notification and circular, they have clarified. The summary of this circular and notification is like this. Once again, I will read. Stay less than 90 days, 12% applicable to all accommodation regarding monthly charges. And stay more than 90 days and lesser than 20,000 is exempt, and stay more than 90 days and greater than 20,000 is 12% tax. And the students residential accommodation is exempt from tax, and mixed use of commercial accommodation, use of office and accommodation, automatically it is taxable at 12%. With this, I will complete it. Now I will go through the question and answer. Madam, if you are having any question in any other chat box, please tell me, I will clarify. Some people they are telling no connectivity. Is it correct? I think there is a connectivity.
So you have covered pretty much all the questions.
Yeah, covered now.
Yes.
Okay. Then okay, with this, thank you very much to all the members. If you are having a question, maybe I can spare another 5 minutes and I will clarify all the question, whatever required. Otherwise, I will close it. Once again, thank you very much to TRG, Tax Research Department and Institute and organizers. Thank you very much. Is there any question? Please type. Is there any problem? Oh, somebody is telling connectivity problem. Is it correct? I don't know. I think there is no connectivity problem. Dear members, please reply. Is there any connectivity problem? No.
No, sir,
Okay.
as there
Sir,
is no
regarding the last slide, there is a eligible for input. I mean the hostels, if they are charging GST, definitely they are eligible for GST, sir. Once again, if they are having a combination of exempted and taxable services, proportionately you have to disallow it. Otherwise, if you are charging GST, definitely to the extent of taxable services, you are eligible to take the input tax credit. Okay, thanks a lot for your response. Okay, no sir. Okay, Velu Murugan sir. Beginning it was there. Okay, no problem. Now I think there is no connectivity problem. Once again, thank you very much to each and everybody. Over to TRD, Tax Research Department. Or otherwise can. Okay, connectivity problem. Okay, I don't know.
Thank you, sir, for engaging us with your expertise and knowledge, and to all the participants for joining us today. I hope you find today's webinar valuable and informative. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I close it?
Yes, yes, sure, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, sir.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, participants.
Bye.